Hello, this is Greg Allison with Brewing. Coming to you on 31 August 21. Time on deck is 1400 hours Central Daylight Time. Today was the deadline, self-imposed deadline set by President Joe Biden to depart from Afghanistan. Except we departed yesterday. Well, doing things ahead of schedule might seem like a good thing, unless you were one of those who were left behind. Yes, we left people behind. 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden himself said that we would remain in Afghanistan until every last American citizen who wanted to leave was out. Well, guess what? That didn't happen. And we left early. We actually left early and did not take every American citizen out. Not only that, but the State Department was continuously putting out memos up to the very last day for several weeks, it seems like, saying, oh, don't come near the Kabul airport. Don't come near the Kabul airport. Stay away because it's too dangerous. Yet we're about to leave. We're about to leave, but don't come. We're about to leave, but don't come. Don't come yet. Don't come yet. But that kept coming up every day. Can you see the confusion? One hand, I've had people criticize me and say, oh, well, we got all the people out who wanted to come out. Everybody want to come out, and everybody had enough time. Well, excuse me, when the president says, I'll get every last American out who wants to leave, and then we leave and don't do that, and he says that 2 weeks before departure, and there's something missing here. There's something missing. So what's cooking, guys? Where are we going? What is going to happen with this? And oh yeah, the State Department says, well, the number of Americans left behind are in the low hundreds. Really? Well, it just so happens one of the State Department's own agencies has 500 American citizens and family members in Afghanistan right now. So excuse me, that's half of 1,000. That's just one agency. So guess what? They can't even tell you how many people they had in Afghanistan because the numbers range from 11,000 to 50,000. Many reports saying 40,000. Well, we didn't evacuate that many U.S. citizens, my friends. And furthermore, there were reports of this busload of, well, not a busload, excuse me. There were reports of 40 to 60 California kids that were in, and parents that were in Afghanistan. They weren't even in Kabul, and they couldn't get to the airport, apparently. And then there was a report of a school bus with kids, children on board, that the Taliban fired over the top of the bus, told them to leave, and they left. American citizens, kids that never went to the airport. What is going on? We're going to talk about this, and it has ramifications for the future. What may come out of this, what it might fall off into. Why did it happen? Oh my God, there's so many questions. There's so many questions. It's not funny. I'm not trying to get into the politics of it. I'm trying to get down to brass tacks. What do we do here? And where's it going to lead? All right, guys. So listen, I'll bring you the story as part of my Eyes Wide Open Head on the Swivel series so that you will know to be prepared, because this proposition is trying to help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. And all three of these may be challenged by the goings on over there right now. And I bring you many other stories on this channel and that venue. I bring you a lot of stories just about what's going on in the world. Right now, there's so much going on in the world. That's really been my main thing. My main theme is just trying to keep you abreast of that. But I've also got videos telling you essential things that you need to know, like how to garden without having to go to the store to buy your stuff. I know you're using worm products, which I'm not selling them, but I will be again before too long. And there are plenty of stories about how to eat free from the weeds and the trees and the medicinals. And I also went to the big box stores a couple of times, showed you what to get there, and gave you the reasons for what I was buying. Now, you can check all these out. You got to go way back down my videos to find all that stuff. But my friends, now is clearly the time to get prepared, because there may be a lot of shaking and baking coming out of this, because this ain't over yet. Like Yogi Berra used to say, it ain't over till it's over. I think he said that a couple times, anyway, deja vu all over again. My friends, this is a bad one, a bad dream at the very best. So another way I'm going to help you prepare is this. I've got a special for you right now, $300 off at 25. Oops, I think I got cover on my tea glass here. I just spilled it everywhere. $25 off of a, excuse me, you get 25-year supply of food that lasts for 25 years, excuse me. Oh, pardon me, I got discombobulated. This food lasts 25 years. It's 2,000 calories per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You get $300 off, and it's an excellent deal. It's go to prepwithgreg.com. You can also get a 1 month supply, 25% off. Great deals. This food lasts 25 years, 2,000 calories per day, which is unusual for most of these vendors. And it's lightweight, easy to store. And My Patriot Supply, who supplies us, has the best selection, the widest selection of any vendor out there. This is great stuff. It's easy to carry, easy to store, better package than anybody else packages their food. And now I got to wipe up some of my teeth. Wow, I knocked out quite a bit. It's all in my paperwork, guys. So that's why I'm discombobulated here. Well, I grabbed it and hit the edge of my desk with it that time. It's easy to pick up, easy to store. Your kids can carry it. Just go to prepwithgreg.com and you will get that deal. So I'm going to get into the store here in a minute, but I'm not going to do more stuff as I'm trying to clean up my mess. I'm making a mess, which is pretty good. I'm good at that. It's very important in life to know you excel at something, and I make the best messes in the world. I'm the very best at making a mess. All right. No, maybe not, because somebody made a far bigger mess than me. It's called People Left Behind in Afghanistan. If you don't think that's a mess, and some people tell me it's not. I have been told it's okay. When I post these videos to Facebook, I've been told it's all right. That's the way it should be. These people deserve it because the stuff they didn't get in the airport. Really? No, they don't deserve it because they were told they would be rescued, and they weren't. So they had false assurance, and then a constant, don't come to the airport, don't come to the airport. And if they got to the airport, what they discovered? 50,000 Afghans trying to get out with all the gates clogged and had to get through a little bit checkpoint to the Taliban. We might or might not let them through. And so that's what and then on top of that, some got through and were turned away by our very own military. Excuse me? Yes. Let me share this, guys. Our very own military turned people away that got through the gate. American citizens, no less. Yeah. All right, somebody should be responsible for this stuff. So I'm going to do a share here. I am going to do a share screen. See, this is atrocious, guys. Absolutely atrocious. Here we are. Disgraceful. Among those that stranded in Afghanistan are employees of U.S. agency, the global media. This is the 500 I was telling you about, guys. 500. Thousands of Americans and Afghans. Thousands of Americans and Afghans stranded. Thousands of Americans and Afghans stranded in Afghanistan are at risk of Taliban retribution. One group stands out, employees of the U.S. Agency for Global Media, a federal agency funded by Congress that operates Voice of America and other media outlets promoting American lifestyle and democracy around the world. Something that might not go over too great with people who are opposed to that lifestyle, such as the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, ISIS-K. Okay, yeah, these individuals may be in for a very bad time. They're vulnerable to possible reprisals. Well, no kidding. Afghans have been openly hostile to Western journalists. And I would think Voice of America might get a special hostility from them. So it's absolutely disgraceful. The State Department claimed they evacuated their local employees. Now, see, these guys are part of the State Department. In reality, they abandoned hundreds of U.S. AGM journalists and their families. Wow. So the State Department, did they lie to us? You figure it out. You think the State Department lied to us? No, the State Department would never lie, would they? Wow. So only 50 were able to leave, but with help from other governments. Our government didn't help them leave. Really? Get that, guys. Get that. Only 50 were able to leave, these guys, but they got help from other governments. So 500 left behind after that. Holy smoke, guys. And then here we are. This is the story that frosted me more than anything. Hey, Milli Vanilli, General Martin Milli Vanilli, lip syncing sack of whatever you are. The top Republican member of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations demanded the Biden administration address report that a military commander blocked a group of 25 American citizens from entering the Kabul airport. 25 American citizens. Former Force Recon Marine Chad Robichow, however you pronounce it, I don't speak Cajun, told the Daily Caller News that his nonprofit organization organized a bus transport to Kabul airport for 100 Christians, 300 orphans, so kids, 300 kids, that's probably missionaries, who aren't going to do well in Afghanistan, mind you, and 25 American citizens early Thursday morning. So this is last week. But the evacuees arrived at the airport. He said the military commander made a scene and made the evacuees leave the airfield. He really created a scene with us. Did not like it that we were doing what we were doing and how we were doing it. Now, what is this? They're just too woke for this. What is it? So they were put outside. And what does it say? It's hard to believe that any U.S. military official would deny American citizens the ability to evacuate Afghanistan. What happened to No Man Left Behind? No Man Left Behind was not conditional. No Man Left Behind even sent the dead soldiers. What happened to No Man Left Behind? Here we got kids. Oh, so maybe you didn't like it because they were Christian? Or they had some affiliation? There were kids here. And American citizens, orphans, more or less. Orphans who were Christianized, obviously, so they weren't really going to be held in high esteem by the current regime. And 25 American citizens, 25 American citizens, and they were turned down. You know, what's the job of the military? It's to defend our population, our civilians more than anything. Yeah, No Man Left Behind says they won't leave none of their own behind, but it's a higher calling to protect our citizens. Oh, y'all forgot that, didn't you? Hey, Millie, wake up, buddy. Who the hell do you work for? Pardon me. I'm mad. Pardon me. I'm sorry, guys. You know, these guys, this woke Millie, that man right there, you need to resign. Articles of court-martial ought to be drawn up against you to deny you any retirement. You don't deserve anything. You know, to be locked up. You know, I have no respect for you or any of the members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which you're the chairman of. Not a single one of you. All of you need to go. They're too woke. That is infuriating. That you left one behind is infuriating. You had a commander who told 25 to leave, and then you leave 5 in the State Department. There's no statesman in the State Department. That's the problem. The State Department has no statesman. Wow, you left 500 of your people behind. 500 of your people, and you said, "Oh, we just left the low hundreds behind." Wow. Wow. Here's an American scribe being left behind. Oops, there's articles. Pardon me, guys. I really apologize for what I just said. That word, that's against my own. I would ban myself for that. I am just, geez. I am really beside myself over this, guys. I'm sorry. I got this. This gets me. I'm emotional over it because it's not right. And some of you will defend it. Not me. Yeah, some of you will defend it. Some of you will criticize me for saying this is a bad thing. Yeah, I will get that comment from several people. You know what? Yeah, come tell me that in my face. Just come tell me that. This just angers me, guys. There is no call for that. When the guys come to the airport, they got through all the checkpoints and they're there and you turn them away. 500 people, you could have rescued those people. You know, I told you how to do that, right? You had the forces, you had the right kind of people. You could have rescued them. And you know what? They had other nations going around rescuing your people. And we said we couldn't. Well, we rescued a few, but not many. Not so many. An American left behind by U.S. troops completed after the U.S. completed withdrawal from Afghanistan some Monday. She described her fears and her frustration with an interview that she did with CNN with Chris Cuomo, who's, you know, the brother of the former disgraced governor of New York, who is no longer governor. He had to resign because of his, you know what? I'm not going to go into that. That's not a topic today. So Chris defended that guy, by the way, his brother. I don't know, I guess blood stickered and whatever, but still. Sarah said she is currently, I'm not reading this from CNN though. Some people get on. I had guys, so unsubscribed because I pulled up an article from CNN once. That really, come on, guys. I'm just scanning different news articles for you to see what's going on. So she's currently in a house with 37 vulnerable people who still don't know who still did not know the last evacuation flight had left the country. Well, we left a day early. But even if we hadn't, they kept telling everybody, don't come to the airport, don't come to the airport, don't come to the airport. But we're leaving, we're about to leave. And then we leave early. Really? What kind of a mealy-mouthed, mixed message, conflicted bullcrap is that, guys? I mean, come on. It's heartbreaking. I just don't even know what to say to you. Even they did not tell me that it was the last flight, so I had hope that we would leave. And she's in this house, including which has a mother and disabled children. So here it's talking about their estimates. It's in the very low hundreds. You know, really? No, it's not. It's much higher than that. Oh yeah, don't you remember the big hostage crisis in Iran? Was only 52 American citizens. They were kept for 444 days. What's going to happen here, guys? Yeah. So, you know, what's her name? Spokeslady keeps talking from PSKIA, whoever she's supposed her name. Taliban, but nothing's going to happen. Everything will be okay. Taliban's being real nice now. They're not going to cause any problems. They are woke. We're going to be the nicer, gentler, kinder Taliban. The Taliban teddy bears. Yeah, right. Taliban are giving deadly ultimatum, not letters, to those that helped Western troops. Well, this is just the beginning, guys. And it's not just the Taliban. The Taliban are fighting for the country against more radical people, such as ISIS-K. And the day after we left, today, Al-Qaeda shows back up in Afghanistan today. The day after we left. Al-Qaeda is back. I got so many other stories I could talk about, but today we're just going to talk about those left behind. So look here, failure to appear, let's see, the letters carry orders to attend a court operated by a radical Islamist group in which the defendants who are found guilty of working for the Crusaders, who's that, face death. Failure to appear also carries a death penalty, with the Taliban threatening to kill anyone who attempts to hide from it. So if you get a letter, it's essentially a death sentence. Yeah, what kind of kangaroo court are they running? Okay, here's your judge and jury, my friends. Don't you want to go and be tried by these guys? So this is what they're doing, putting these letters up on doors of people who aided and abetted the United States there. It's already started. So wow, ain't that great? So if you aided and abetted, what if you are American? How well are you going to be served? Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna stop the share. I don't know. Pardon me for saying what I said earlier. H word. I'm sorry. But yikes. Yeah, that's guys. We're in a pickle. We're in a pickle. There's a lot of stuff there. ISIS-K is trying to depose the Taliban. The Taliban are happy for us to go on drone strikes and strike ISIS-K because they know we can take them up better than ISIS-K is fighting against the Taliban. Because the Taliban are just 2 mile men for ISIS-K. Remember ISIS, what they did in Syria? Yeah, they make the Taliban look like Sunday school teachers. Taliban, or even Al-Qaeda. But Al-Qaeda's back too. So what's going to come of that? They're telling us they're going to be nicer and gentler. Hey, they did do one thing. They offered to let us stay in control of Kabul until we left originally. Our administration refused that. We probably could have really rescued a lot of people had we taken that and brought a lot of our equipment out. Why don't we have to give up our air base, our back on air base so quick? Why don't we just have to run off and leave everything behind? Wow. And of course, there's reports now about military equipment was disabled. Well, that was equipment at the airport. There's plenty of other equipment out there that was not. And there's videos now of the Afghans flying around these helicopters, Black Hawk helicopters, flown by Afghans. With a guy hanging, one of them with a guy hanging from a rope under. A lot of people think that he was being hung. Some say he had a harness on him and on wiggling. Well, whatever the case is, they got command and control of these helicopters, and they got at least one person who can fly. At least one. I don't think they trains the others. All right, guys. So that's what we're talking about. We've got a situation here where it could boil into a hostage situation. It could boil into just Americans being ceasing to exist. Is this going to be covered by the media? I don't know. If you get live, real footage verified by multiple verification sources, maybe 100 people filming it, and you play some of it and put it on some of these things and put it on Facebook, it'll probably get rejected by the fact checkers. That's real. You know, it's not real to them, so it's not real. What's going to happen? How's this all going to play out? Will we even know? We're just hundreds, and they wanted to be there. Yeah, they wanted to stay there. They love it. They like it. That's what they want. Just so happens there's a couple of Americans going back over there, maybe more, to try to do unauthorized rescues, including, I got to heard the story of a veteran and a congressman, a sitting congressman who's going over there. It can't be found. I don't know, guys. I just say this. Let's hope and pray. Let's pray for the people left behind in Afghanistan, that they get out safely, that we can somehow, that we'll just negotiate and the Taliban will let them out before things get too crazy. Somehow, let's hope and pray that they get a safe trip home. Could happen. I'm not optimistic for it, especially when some of them got turned away even by the Taliban on their own military. That's what made me mad, guys. That's what burnt me and frosted. Our own military did that. That's why I got mad at Millie Vanilli, General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Oh yeah, by the way, 90 generals has asked for his resignation. 90 generals, retired generals, have asked for the resignation of him and every single member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. See, all these people in the Joint Chiefs of Staff said, yeah, let's get out. Let's get out early. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that will profit the military industrial complex that we got rid of all that stuff. And now that we're going to have more competition in the future, oh, they'll have to do way more helicopters and gear to compensate for it. Yeah, that's going to be really good for their bottom line, right? I don't know, guys. Something, oh, we'll have to go back in. I don't know. You know, should we have been there in the first place? We shouldn't have stayed 20 years, but we shouldn't have had this kind of a fiasco of an exit either. All right. But even if you are exited, why aren't you rescuing people that you could have rescued? Why do you turn away? Why does our military turn away 25 American citizens? Why does our State Department say, oh, it's low hundreds is over there? We got all of our people out. When they did. Absolutely did not. They did not get State Department people out. Voice of America. Voice of America. Left behind. Wow. Left behind. What kind of days are we living, guys? What kind of days are this? You know, and I know I've made a lot of people mad with this video. I don't care. If you want to stand beside those liver lily generals, admirals, and don't even bother me. I have no use for them. They have betrayed our country. They betrayed their job. They betrayed their oath. I don't care for them. Not one bit. And they don't care for me either. And I know it. And I don't care because I don't care for them. But see, here's what you don't know. They don't care for you. If they will leave Americans behind, they will leave you behind. That's my bottom line. They don't see, you might be standing with them. Some of you are. Some of you mad at me. I'm gonna tell you what, that general will give you up in a New York second. Guarantee you. All the whole Joint Chiefs of Staff, every one of them will give you up in a split second, a nanosecond. Less than a clock cycle of a computer. All right. That is sad. How do we get here? Let's work on fixing it somehow. That's what I hope. Let's pray for those people. Also, let's pray for all the people in Louisiana. Right now, 1 million people without power, 50,000 people in Mississippi. This power for a lot of these people is not going to be just restored for the entire month. They're going to be down there with no electric power. They can't pump gasoline, can't pump water. That's a pretty big area to be suffering like that. I know what that was like here in North Alabama. I only had to deal with it for a week. It's rough. They got to try, and all the resources from miles away will be poof, scooped up instantly. So there's going to be a huge vacuum all around these people. You'll have to go for miles and miles and miles and miles out of state to find that. I had to go all the way to Paducah, Kentucky to get a generator in April of 2011, the day after I got my, 2 days after my worms arrived. My worms arrived, the tornado hit, and next day I went there for generator. I had to go all the way to Paducah, Kentucky. I hear that during Katrina, they were having to go all the way to Atlanta, and they couldn't even find stuff in Atlanta. There was such a demand for stuff that it just disappears for a long ways out because everybody's branching out trying to find stuff. Well, let's pray for these folks. Let's pray for them. You don't believe in prayer? Donate, help them out for Pete's sake. Okay? Everybody can do that. All right, enough said. Again, apologies for my language. I just got a little too emotional. I just get aggravated at this dadgum people running our military. It ain't like it used to be. What happened to no man left behind? Wow, that used to be such an important paradigm of our military. No man left behind. Where did that go? Well, it got left behind, just like all those people. Whew. All right, guys. Now, it's hard to leave on a positive note with a message like this. You know, we still have each other. We still have our families, our friends. Do this. Tell somebody you love them. Go out and hug a family member, friend. Say hi. Call somebody up. So much hate in the world today. And it just says, light dispels darkness, love dispels hate. So shine your love light to the world. There we go. Left a positive margin. Positive message, excuse me. Hope it's got some margin to it. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to say thank you for watching.